This has got to be great news for millions and millions of women. First of all, any risks here with this drug?
So as with all medications, this drug does have some risks, particularly for women with a history of liver problems. That's really the biggest area of risk that the FDA reports, is that this can cause some change in liver enzymes. So for women with a history of cirrhosis, heavy drinking, or other liver problems, this drug is contraindicated. It might also cause some belly upset, some trouble sleeping, but as we all know, those are also symptoms of menopause. So women may find that those minimal, small risks around some somatic symptoms are far outweighed by the benefits of this medication, which significantly decrease both the number and the severity of hot flashes that women experience.
That's great news. So how does it work? What is it doing inside the body?
So the cool thing about this medication, and I should say there's another medication also under testing that's produced by Bayer. The cool thing about this medication is it works directly on receptors in the brain that control your body's response to heat. Basically, hot flashes occur because our bodies misinterpret temperature signals as we're going through menopause, which is what causes that feeling of sweating, redness, and overwhelming flushing and hotness. This medication works inside the brain to counteract that. It has no hormones. So women who might not be allowed to take oral contraceptives or hormone pills because of risks of breast cancer or clots can take this medication. The big downside is the cost. They're saying that it's going to cost somewhere around $500 a month. And for all of us with high deductible healthcare plans, that's likely going to be out of reach for a lot of Americans.
All right, so something to keep in mind as you move forward. A couple other health headlines I want to get your thoughts on. America's youth mental health crisis appears to be showing some signs of improvement. The CDC said there were 11% fewer mental health emergency visits for teens during the fall of 2022 compared to the year earlier. Weekly emergency room visits remained high, though, or worse for suicide and overdoses compared to before the pandemic. Does this mean that fewer teens are struggling with mental health and we're seeing fewer visits, or that fewer are seeking help? Do we know?
We don't know. So some caveats about this data. First, it is from fall of 2022, so we're looking back 6 months. Second, it's just showing who showed up in the emergency department. It doesn't report whether kids are having trouble at home or at school and not coming into places like my ER for care. And third, the really important last caveat is that actually, although numbers have gotten a little better compared to at the height of the pandemic, they are still at an all-time high rate, similar to fall of 2019. We have been seeing mental health problems increase among kids in the United States for a number of years pre-pandemic. This is now at that pre-pandemic baseline, which is still far too high. Make no mistake, our pediatric and adult emergency departments are still filled with kids, young adults, and emerging adults who are struggling with major mental health problems that they've been unable to get treatment for outside of an emergency department.
And early intervention is vital for kids who are at risk, but I have teenagers. We know about teenagers. They're not often willing to share how they're feeling in the moment about things. So what are signs that parents or caregivers need to be looking for that might signal something more is going on?
So a few things that you can be looking out for as a parent. If your kid is isolating more than normal, not coming out and joining your meals, not talking to you the ways that they normally would, spending way more time on social media than usual, if they're gaining or losing weight, if their sleep patterns have differed dramatically, or if their grades are suffering. You may also, if you are part of a great community, hear reports from teachers or their friends' parents that they fear that something is going on with your kid. Pay attention to any of those signs. It is true that it is really tough to find mental health assistance right now. The therapists and psychiatrists out there are overwhelmed. So I encourage folks to know that there is a 988 crisis hotline number that the government has created and rolled out, which can help link parents and kids to resources in their community.
Yeah, keep your eyes and ears open. There's some news on Lyme disease. A new study found why some people recover from Lyme disease faster than others. Researchers with the CDC say the immune system marker called interferon alpha was higher in people who had been treated for Lyme disease but had lingering symptoms. What do these findings reveal about the disease and who's most impacted?
As a Rhode Islander, I see Lyme disease all the time in my emergency department. It's very common in the Northeast and is spreading across the country. We know that a percentage of people experience chronic Lyme, just like a percentage of people experience long COVID, but we've known so little about what causes it or how to treat it. The exciting thing about this study is it gives us a marker of inflammation that signals why some people may be having continued symptoms.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.